Howdy everybody, it's Amy from Amy's Sparkly Diamond Painting, and boy, it's been a busy day for me. I went into work a little bit late this morning because I knew we'd be working late with severe weather, so I am back home unwinding from all that, and I thought, I need to come up with a video, but I don't really feel like doing an unboxing, and I'm so far behind in answering comments, so I thought I'd try just a random mishmash of stuff to hopefully answer some of your comments. But first off, I'd like to say thank you to all my new subscribers out there and those that have been around for a while. I really didn't intend for this channel to be what it seems to be growing into. I started out just kind of playing around with what I could do on a camera and all that good stuff, but it seems to be growing. You guys seem to be watching, and I've gotten so many comments over the last week that I've fallen behind a little bit. So that's one of the things, if you aren't a content creator and you're thinking about it, that is one of the things that will sneak up on you, is it's not just about doing the videos and then editing them and coming up with the unboxings and the different videos you're going to do, but also trying to answer all the questions and comments. So this is just going to be a mishmash of different things because I have a pile in front of me of goodies to help remind me about some of the comments and questions you guys have asked, and I also have my iPad in front of me where I can actually see some of the comments and also show you some other things on here. So I thought I'd start with a couple easy ones, and that is that the video that I posted very recently of the new minis, let me grab them here, from Temu. I know a lot of people are asking me where to find them and could they have links for them. Well, the links are temporary because these are selling out pretty quickly. So if you didn't see my unboxing video, these are a lot like Paint Gem minis, but they are slightly different package, different pictures, but really cool. So what I did here, the way I've been able to find them is on the Temu website. I did a search and it's not showing up on here, so I will do this here for you. There it is. Oh, puppy dog already hitting the camera there. So I did a search for Diamond Painting 12-pack, and you get the cards, but right there, there's one right there, and I'm not even logged in as me. This is just the generic Temu site, but there's like the second item there is the flowers, and here's one for the mandalas. $15.98 for both of those. This one right now at that company is only $10.48, so that's less than I paid for them, and that's why these links come and go so quickly. There's two different plant ones there for a little over $13, and somewhere are some butterflies unless they sold out. So even if I did put one of these links on my video, most of them say, oh, security verification. Okay, no, we won't mess with that. Okay. I'm gonna go in circles there. So anyway, I seem to be stuck. We'll go back to here. So that's how you can find them. Just on Temu, do a search for Diamond Painting 12-pack, because most of these are 12 packs, and they will pop up in the search along with all sorts of other things that are random that don't quite fit your search, but there's a lot of goodies in there. But they look like this on the picture if you're trying to find them, and then some of them just show them in a little frame. So that's how you find those. I also wanted to say that I hope everybody's doing okay with the storms. I know last night was pretty rough in Iowa. We had our little scare out here west of San Angelo. We had a tornado that looked like it was heading our direction. It was a little too close for comfort, but it veered off. But here is the hail that we had at our office. I don't know how well you can see that. We had some golf ball size hail at the office. Our cars are just kind of parked out. We can't park under garages or carports or anything. We just have to take it when it comes down. But there's a little bit bigger piece there. I took this from inside our office. So that's the hail we had today. And if you're curious about what severe weather operations looks like in a weather office, there we go. We don't have a whole lot of people out there, but we do staff a bit more during severe weather. These are actually our volunteer ham radio operators in the back. They talk to our spotters out in the field to help us and tell us what's going on. And then there's our operations area, so we have people on the radar coordinating, and our displays up at the front. So not a whole lot of people, but we cover 24 counties across West Texas in our office. Different weather offices across the country cover different areas. And then people have asked about wanting to see me. Well, my kiddo wanted to take a picture of my dog here on the couch. That's Mocha. She's the squeaker. She's the one always trying to interrupt me there, and she likes to sleep upside down. And excuse the couch, since we have 4 dogs, we tend to get our furniture used and don't worry too much. The furniture is definitely lived in and loved. But anyway, the reason I show this is because there was me in my happy place when my kiddo was trying to take the picture of the dog, and I'm sitting there diamond painting. So I have a table set up behind our couch, and this is part of my board game collection that's back there, because I do also really like to play board games. So I got a little tiny spot there behind the couch with a folding table, but it's always unfolded. I could put it away if I wanted to, but that's my little diamond painting corner. There's my light that I use for recording. I just pop my cell phone into that light and turn it on and just start talking. So not a really big complicated operation there. So that is me. I will probably come up with some sort of Facebook Live eventually. So let me talk about more of the comments. I also mentioned in my video about putting my stash together to start showing you. I asked if you wanted to see some of the older kits. Well, first off, how is my stash update going? I do keep my stash on the Gems Flow app, and that's more of a computer-based version, but for trying to sort into categories and everything, I actually wrote everything down the old-fashioned way here on a bunch of sheets of paper that I'm going to try to organize into categories and different videos, because you can see there's quite a few on there. So that's my scribble. But there seemed to be a unanimous vote from lots of people out there to see some of my older kits. So I went ahead and grabbed one tonight, so I could show you what I'm talking about. I have some bigger ones that I've started working on that I never finished, that I'm not sure if they will get finished. But I thought I'd just show you one so that this wasn't too boring without any diamond painting unboxings or anything like that. And this one, I know kind of the year that I started because I still have my AliExpress account that shows the purchase of all of these. So this was in 2017, if you're curious, and most of my purchases were made on AliExpress. Amazon did have some diamond paintings, but a lot of them were small, and I was all about go big or go home. And I was trying to find the max colors and the biggest canvases I could find, and most of that was on AliExpress. So this one, as you can tell, probably got some licensing issues there because I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm a sci-fi fan all the way around. But this one is labeled on the plain box here, just plain white, no labeling of any kind. But this is how a kit used to come, and I don't think I have the toolkit in here. I've taken most of those out. So, yes, the dreaded double-sided adhesive, but it wasn't dreaded back then. That's all we knew, other than diamond dots. But there is my picture here, 50 by 60. I thought that was pretty big back then. How things have changed. And you can kind of tell that the symbols and the colors there may be a little bit harder to read, although this one doesn't look too bad. There. And I might as well unroll it. I don't know if I will ever do this, but as you know, double-sided adhesive has to be treated carefully or you'll get rivers and bubbles, but I didn't know about that back then, and I just dealt with the rivers and bubbles just fine. So I don't find that to be a deal breaker. So rivers and bubbles happen when the tape comes up off the canvas as you roll it and unroll it over and over again. But all you do is use a little X-Acto knife or one of the cutters that you can get now, the ceramic cutters, and just cut little slashes into those rivers and bubbles, and they will lay down flat when you put diamonds on. So let's see how this canvas has survived through the years. I haven't looked at this one, probably since it came in, but it looks pretty good there. So it hasn't faded too much. It actually seems pretty clear. So this is how the canvases come. I do have much bigger ones. I'm trying to figure out how I can show them. But we would get the drills in the little baggies. And I know, oh, this is going to make a lot of noise here. Sorry about the noise. We'll just suffer through it here for just a minute to get into this. There we go. So they all came in the little baggies. So I know I've seen lots of content creators now saying they don't like the little baggies, but that's all we had. And if you see I should get a tray maybe and open one of these. Let me pick a darker color. Find something that's those actually don't. Here we go. Oh, look at the bag on the black. You can see all the trash in there. And if you look at these diamonds, I'll go ahead and pour some of these in because I can already see it. You see divots on the bottom, and that's part of the reason a lot of diamonds would pop on that double-sided adhesive and not stay, because you'd only be pushing down the edges of the diamonds because they were concave in the middle. I guess you can't really see that, and there's a round one right there mixed in with all those squares, but they weren't flat on the bottom. They were often concave or kind of inward so that only the edges or corners would touch the canvas. And here's a good example of one right there. I probably can't get wish I could figure out how to zoom this better, because you really can't see that, but only the four corners there would probably touch the canvas. That's the bottom. So drills were not very good quality back then, but I mean, we didn't know any better. That's all we knew, and that's what we had. So lots of trash in there, different shapes and sizes. There's another round one there. Lots of round ones mixed in there. So kind of a mess with the drills. So that's why I guess I'm so easy to please now with more modern diamond painting kits, is because I had to fight with this. A lot of the drills would have oil on them, I guess, to help them remove from the molds, and they'd be bad sizes and just all sorts of mess. But the little bags obviously don't bother me because that's what we had. And we would also have the inventory sheet. So it would have, my doggo's gonna say hi there. So there's the picture, Rainbow Yoda. And somebody would go through and check all the bags and do some sort of quality control there and check off that the number of bags were correct. So it would show how many diamonds of each color and then how many bags came in. So there somebody has checked off that 17,087 3/10 are in this kit. So you could double check the inventory, go down and make sure you had all those bags, because I think each bag holds 200 when they're these little ones. That's 200 drills estimated in each bag. I think they fill them by weight, but that's about how many you get there. So that is what a kit looks like from 2017. I'm going to put that away. So I have several of those, not a whole lot. I think I have a lot more now of the good modern ones, but I do have some of those left. I've given away several. So I will indeed include those probably in one video. I'll call it my older diamond painting videos. So I had another question from a few people asking about what do you do with the minis, the Paint Gem minis, because I love them. They are fun, easy projects. Here's a couple examples. Here's the set of 6 from Make Market, and my bag with all of the ones that I have together seems to be missing temporarily. I'm sure I'll find it. I put it somewhere, but I had the space ones in there and some others. This one is from the National Parks series. They're probably the smallest ones. Well, what I did with the Old Masters one is I put it in a photo album, and don't know where that's hiding right now, but you can slip these. They're usually, trim them down just a little bit, and you can slip them into a photo album with the label on there if you want. That's probably what I'll do with the national parks. I have all the sets of the national parks, so I'm still trying to decide how I want to deal with them, because there are a lot there. Some of the kits came with 10, some with 12, so lots of the national parks. So I'm thinking some photo album type display. And I also found these at our local Michael's. These are air freshener squares. So that would be about the right size there to cut out and stick on the front of an air freshener square. And you drop your own essential oils on the back, and it soaks them up because these are like a really thick felt. So I thought that would be a cool way. Now these turned out to be just a little bit small, but they make different sizes there. This is a packet of 6 magnets, and well, I thought it looked small, but yeah, they will fit in there. That was another idea I had for the smaller paint gems. These are a set of 6 magnets that could go on your refrigerator, because my refrigerator is full of real magnets from visiting all the different national parks. I like to go camping, and we do have a few national parks within an okay driving distance. We have Guadalupe Mountains, Big Bend, and Padre Island National Seashore. But anytime we go on a trip, I buy a magnet, and so my fridge is full of all the different magnets I picked out from all our different trips that we've taken. That's just kind of one of my ways to collect a souvenir. So doing the national parks this way, I think might be kind of cool. So another thing you can do, this is what I bought for the space set. These are little mini canvases. I got these from Walmart. I think they cost very little, and they don't have the price on here. These are 4" by 4" canvases, but I was going to paint them black. I know at Michael's and some of the craft stores you can buy them already black, but I could not find them in a cheap version. But these are the perfect size to paint the background black and then put the space set on those. So that's my plan for those. I did also find these sets of picture frames from these all came from Walmart. So these are little frames with an easel in the back if you want to display them that way. I thought that might be good for some of the square ones like the space as well. And then really cheap frames. These are 4 by 6, which will fit, yes, even the larger Make Market ones will fit that. The Paint Gem minis are a little bit smaller than those, but yes, it'll fit that as well there. So you can trim them and put them in a frame. You can get white or black backgrounds. So really cheap Walmart frames. And then these come in sets of 2 with the black. Real simple to load. These are also 4x6, so they're the same inner size as these, just without the wooden outside to the frame. And these also come with easels and ways to hang them up. So those are some of the frames I found for mine. Now I have seen on the Paint Gem Facebook group, a lot of people have posted pictures of the various ways that they have mounted theirs. I've had trouble finding like the group frames out here, at least. I keep looking, but the group frames I find are tilted different directions on them. I don't find any here that are all pointed the same direction, because usually with your minis, they're all like vertical or they're all horizontal in those frames. I'm just wondering, I found this blue drill. Nope, it was extra. There isn't any. There aren't any missing on that. Cool. So anyway, various ideas for framing them, and the group frames do look really nice. I know I could buy them on Amazon, but I haven't gone that route quite yet. And one other thing I had found was A2 cards and envelopes, so you can mail them off to friends, especially like Christmas and some of the holiday ones. You can get a box of these and just cut out like a little window and glue 2 cards back to back. Like for example, let me open this. Okay. And let me try to find a card here. Nope, that's an envelope. Okay. So what I picture is cutting out the size, gluing it there, and then taking a second card here and gluing it down to cover up the back side like that. So you'd have the window cut out with your picture, and then nice on this side, and then write your little message or whatever. So it would take 2 cards, but it certainly could be done. And then hit the camera. So those are some Paint Gem Mini ideas. So I had another question about coasters and sealing coasters. This one is not sealed. This is yet, at least. I do prefer to seal them because a lot of times you have liquids that you're gonna, especially if you have liquids with ice or drinks with ice, there's gonna be condensation on the outside that's gonna drip down and make your coasters wet. So how do I seal them? Well, I've used this is Mod Podge, just the regular stuff. Now this is the sparkle one. I look for the ones that are high gloss. I don't necessarily recommend sparkle unless you want the glitter filling in between, but just regular Mod Podge. And this is water-based, so it'll dry. Never had any turn wet again with any drinks that I've put on them, so regular Mod Podge works just fine. I've also found this, and I use this a lot also for some diamond paintings. This is made specifically for diamond paintings, diamond top coat. So I find this usually at Michael's, and I think it's probably for sale on Amazon. And I will water this down a little bit because this is pretty thick, and same with this one. I will pour it in a little plastic container and add almost half water if I want it really soft, because I don't like it to dry too thick and hard for a diamond painting, but for a coaster that's not needing to stay flexible or bendy, it would probably work just fine out of the container directly without needing to be watered down a little bit. But most recently I found this one, and I really like this one. This I got from Hobby Lobby. This is water resistant. and it's made for outdoor use as well. So this one, if you're worried about drinking a lot of cold liquids with the condensation and getting your coaster wet, you might try the water resistant. There's also dishwasher safe Mod Podge, but this one will repel water, but it's also very thin, so you don't need to water it down, and one bottle will go a long way. So I'm starting to really like this stuff here. And you'll also see a lot of diamond painters talk about the Minwax polyurethane. And I did buy it for a bunch of Christmas projects that were ornaments and coasters and all that, but I didn't open it because to me this seems like it's going to be kind of messy. So I want to wait until I have a whole bunch of projects to seal. And this you might want to use outside because of the fumes and everything. It just seems like a big bother to do. So that's why, even though I have it, I've never opened it or actually used it, but I know it's a really popular one out there. You want the high gloss. This one is clear gloss there, but I found this at Walmart. It's pretty easy to find, but it may be a bit messier and just a little more difficult to deal with than just opening one of these and sticking a paintbrush in and going across. So yes, I do like to seal my coasters. This one hasn't been sealed yet. They do seem to work pretty well without the sealing, but I think it's better if they are sealed. So that was another question that I had. Let's see. Oh, here's a little goodie. I know several of you are crochet people out there, so I did buy a crochet kit on Temu for these little coasters that I thought was pretty cute. So I finished this the other day. Show you just one of the other crafts that I like to do. So the way this coaster works is it has a little ribbon tied around it. So you untie it, it becomes a nice flat coaster to hold your drink. Isn't that cool? And then when you want to store it away, it becomes a little flower pot. So you just pull the ribbon and tie it and stick it in the little basket. So I finished this one over the weekend. The kit from Temu came with 4 of these. They've been around for a while. There's lots of tutorial YouTube videos about how to make these that I noticed are 2, 3, 4 years old. So it's nothing new, but I thought the kit was pretty cool. Came with plenty of yarn and everything you needed to finish it. So that is one of my other hobbies. Let's see, what other comments did we have? Oh, I know another thing. Diamond Grandma. A couple of you have posted that Diamond Grandma really loves cows. Well, I caught one of her videos, watched it just tonight, and I saw that she did indeed have an address on there. So Diamond Grandma, I don't know if you're out there watching any of mine. I know you've commented before early on some of mine, so I will be sending you a couple cows because I saw your address on there. So these are cute diamond paintings, but just not my thing. So I think I have 2 or 3 cows that will be heading your way very soon. So let's see what else was in the comments that I have not covered. I will also try to at least put a heart on them or show you in some form that I am reading them. Let's see, yes, a question about coasters. Oh, Dreamer Designs and giving them some more love. One person here, Pebbles Diamond Painting, was suggesting Curtis Reikovich picture. I'll have to look him up and see what they look like because Dreamer Designs earlier this week posted a new sea turtle picture. And I don't think I'm going to be able to resist that one this weekend. So I will be looking for something to add to make the twofer shipping. So I will have to check that out. And Kim Paff, you're wondering about the belly dancer one. Send me an email and we'll connect. Because I really don't think I want to sell it, but depending on where you live, I might just send it to you because I like it, but I have so many more that I like better. So if you're watching this, KimPath5443, send me an email, sjtwxgirl@gmail.com. I'll put it in the comments. And oh, the link or the description for the landscape ones. I think that was one of the ones for these that sold out really quick. But you can keep looking because I bet they're so popular. They seem to be selling quickly. So I bet they'll start showing up more and more as more companies figure out that people want these. And they may then show up on Amazon. There seems to be a progression that things start out in Temu. They go to some of the other companies like New Craft Day and some of the other companies out there. And then they also start showing up on Amazon. And the prices on Amazon will be a little bit more. And that's because they're already in the US. So if you have Amazon Prime, then some of the shipping stuff is factored into the prices and everything. So they will probably be a little bit more expensive. But on Temu, you'll be waiting a little bit longer for them to arrive. So, yes, the landscape ones may be tough to find. And some more comments about Paint Jam here needing to up their game because one person ran out of some drills for one of their kits. And the butterfly series from Paint Jam, I seem to be collecting a lot of mini butterflies. So I have the Make Market mini butterflies. I found 2 different butterfly sets on Temu. I think they're both still showing up on here. There was a 9-pack and a 12-pack. So both of those are, don't see them there. So both of those are on their way. And I also go to Etsy. I like to do cross-stitch conversions, and there are a lot of mini cross-stitch patterns out there on Etsy. And I have purchased several butterfly ones. So, more comments continue to come in. It's hard to keep up. Let's see if I can refresh because that was from DP Creepy Cuties. And let's see. Oof. I don't want analytics. Let's see. Comments. So, yes. Find awesome deals. Well, thank you, DP Creepy, for your comment. And here's another one that just came in about the symbols from the one with the diamond art. They do take time to get familiar. Go big or go home. This is DP in time. Stickers will be included in the future at some point. Yes, I did hear that as well. So I'm not ready to give up on the company yet. I'm just not sure about my J-Wall kits from those. So let's see. What else do we have? Mermaids from Mooney Maid. That's another company I haven't looked into yet. So I will have to check that out. More paint gems. And again, the questions about how to find those on Temu. Let's see. Apparently those cows with the flowers are often Highland cows, the ones that are really fuzzy like that. And so there was some conversation about Highland cows. So that's a lot of the comments. I'll still be sure and try to type a message, but a couple times now I've tried to answer comments and I've gotten actually kind of sleepy and I've fallen asleep. So I get 4 or 5 and then I crash. And I was up too late last night, as a couple of you noticed my comments came in after 1:30 in the morning, but surprisingly, some of you were awake because Diamond Painting in Doberman's out there. She actually responded to my response at 1:30 in the morning. So hopefully you'll get some sleep tonight. But I have one more little goodie. I got this from Amazon, and it wasn't big enough to do like a whole video unboxing, but I thought this was something cool and different, so I thought I'd end the video by showing you this. This is a diamond painting cell phone stand, so you can do the diamond painting for the background and set your phone on it, and it comes with, it says it's a 2-pack. And I picked the Van Gogh designs. They had a couple of different ones. So I thought I'd see what this was like, because as probably many of you do, I set my cell phone just right here on the table while I'm diamond painting to watch a lot of the whip and chats. I do have my big TV up there in front of me, but it seems like when I use the YouTube on my TV, when I turn on YouTube on my TV and watch videos, it'll just start playing its own thing over and over. It'll play different videos, and some of them will like be randomly a couple of years old, and I get really confused, especially if they're news stories. I'm like, no, well, that's not happening again. Oh wait, that's a video from over a year ago. So I don't like to watch on TV. I set my phone here, so I thought having a phone stand would be really cool. And it said it's also a mirror, and it looks like the backside is indeed got a mirror finish to it. So this has plastic over each side, but here's one of the paintings here, which is one of the flower pot ones. It's not the sunflowers, it's the red flowers, which is actually sitting in my cart from Diamond Art Club. I just haven't found a second kit that I want to go with it, so it's just gonna sit in my cart and wait till I'm ready to buy more. But they have the red flower kit available now, and then the lilies is the other one. So I believe the way these work is you would set this here. Well, you probably want it the other way. Yes, you would. Oops, hit the camera. There you go. So the short end is where you hold the phone, and then the longer end will help it stand up. And there's even a little hole there if you have a charger on your phone. I guess the charger can pop through there, so it's not in the way. And I'd put my cell phone on it, but it's right here. So I can't show you at the moment, but I guess if you wanted the mirror side, then you just do it that way. But who would want the mirror side when you got such cool diamond painting available to you? So those look pretty nice. Again, I got this on Amazon. I'll see if I can find the link for this particular one, but these are rhinestone drills. It looks like instead of regular drills, basic toolkit with a couple of baggies. See how many colors we have here. Doesn't look like a whole lot of colors, but these are pretty small. So yes, we have 1 through 9 and A through C. So 12 colors here. And it looks like basic rhinestones there with reds and greens and yellows and blues of different shades, as you would expect based on those pictures. Probably easier to see them on this side. Pretty sparkly. They look pretty clean. I don't see a bunch of dust or anything on these. So if you're looking for a cool little phone stand, you can check these out. I don't remember what I paid for this. This came in a few weeks ago, but it just wasn't enough to do a whole video over. So I thought this random mishmash of things and comments might be a good spot to stick that in. So I think that's what I got. Oh, I did learn one other thing by watching some other YouTube videos. Vellum paper is also very good as release paper. Now, I haven't tried it, but if you want to print your own designs to have cool release paper, you can buy vellum and then print your background on it. There's all sorts of files on Etsy that you can print if you have a color printer, and vellum is pretty affordable, but I picture like a wrapping paper type design of whatever you want that's just repeats, kind of a small design that's very repetitive, and then you can cut these to whatever size you prefer. So that's a pretty cool idea to use vellum paper because it's got kind of that oily background to it. Now this isn't too much for 25 sheets because these are 8.5 by 11 sheets, so you could cut them down pretty well. So for $7, 25 sheets of that is is not too bad. But it's just plain clear stuff, so you'd want to print your own design on that. And I think that's what I have for you today. So I will have some more videos coming up as we head into the weekend. Today's Wednesday, so we're getting there. We'll have a little more severe weather in this part of the world tomorrow, but not as much, so it should be another quiet weekend. And San Angelo has a neat jazz festival this weekend, so I might be hanging out for some of that and have a little bit of a life outside of diamond painting. Although I do really enjoy it. If I stay in the house too much this time of year doing diamond painting, I'll miss out on all that wonderful vitamin D out there that I need. So appreciate you guys for listening. I'll try to keep up with all the comments when I can, and hopefully you found something interesting in this video. I know it's kind of random, but that's kind of how my brain was feeling tonight. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.